Hello everybody, welcome back to the Talos Principle Road to Gehenna. We were busy reading this, and I kind of want to do this because it could get me that extra level on our profile, I suppose. Over the story creation tools, this is your first part of the story will help you guide you through the process. According to ISBN 10, blah blah, all stories begin with characters of one kind or another. Therefore, to finish the story, you simply need to understand your characters and the plot will proceed logically from there. This scene's theme is Bildungsroman. Okay. Close your eyes. You see for your human with remarkable qualities. Is it a boy, a girl, or someone else? A girl. Good. A character's sex helps determine the sorts of challenges and opportunities they might encounter in your story, as well as how other characters will perceive them. Now imagine your character is a little older and experiencing real triumph for the first time. What are they doing? Startling physical prowess, succeeding in an intellectual challenge. Character's natural aptitude is determined by the sum of their genetic and experiential influences. What sort of an upbringing did your character have? Poor but nurturing. According to extensive studies of the genre and of ancient record, social advantage is generally sufficient to offset genetic disadvantage. Genetic advantage will only sometimes offset social disadvantage. In other words, your character's background will have a radical effect on how they think about themselves and the nature of the problems they face in life. I'm sure you want your character to have that kind of background. I'm quite certain. Great, now imagine your character reach adulthood. Records commence with an emotional blow for the protagonist. What will your character suffer? No. Pregnancy. Why not? The character is like an equation. Settle on the opening premises and the conclusion will sound fast. Displaying opening premise. Female, intellectually gifted, low wealth background, caring family, someone has a bun in the oven. Okay, go. During my life, at the beginning of my life, I was born at 3 a.m. on a Wednesday. My father, as he is careful to point out, is only able to report the midwife's account, seeing how he was pulling a long shift at the nearby textiles mill to pay for a second-hand cot. Character's ability has been squandered by poor education. My childhood was an unremarkable affair. I attended the local school. I found the work to be trivial, and I frequently found myself on the wrong side of my self-proclaimed betters. The story became worthy of note as I approached the age of 18. Character's physical makeup is affected. I met a boy of quite remarkable qualities previous summer and now found myself at a permanent souvenir of our time together. I was a child. Character's means have affected their chance of success. I was for a time fixated on finding the father until I realized it was a hopeless task. Once he was born, I press-ganged relatives into caring for the child as I went out to work in an attempt to pay for his education. So it was that I found myself seeking a permanent and substantial source of income. I set out to make my fortune. The range of options available to me was sparse. From a list of including pot washing and sewing at the mill, I chose to become a secretarial assistant. It hardly seemed a match to my natural talent, but I was hopeful I could progress up the ranks of the company. However, the work I had seen merely as a stepping stone I embarked upon became the totality of my day-to-day existence. I began to feel that every person in society who held a position senior to me was part of a great immovable ceiling, which ever threatened to crush me. The talents I had were repeatedly ignored, weakness I never displayed were frequently attributed me. Character kept their child and did their best to succeed in educating my son, but recent events have suggested they're not well enough. 17 years old, and he has made his parents' mistakes and gotten one of his schoolmates pregnant. The time repeats itself, we learn no lesson. Seems I shall not retire anytime soon in the end. Sure. Oh, we just get that for putting one. Okay, cool. Which means we can actually read this one now. A number of topics to address with some urgency. Spider has been exploiting the gallery code again to contact other citizens. We've closed the loophole, but he managed to get a number of posts onto the billboard before we could shut it down. Unfortunately, they were heavily upvoted, so the view counts were high. What could we do if they insist on supporting him? We can't ban the entire community. You know, I hate to interfere, but I think you might find this library resource insightful. Applying the indices to form predictions. I've seen already voters can be framed and understood as consumers of political product, where that product is made up of the ideals and policies embodied by your candidate. In this chapter, we will look at how broad data about your citizens can be applied. Statistical models over large sample size are uncannily accurate. We can look at the general inputs, calculate what outcome will satisfy the most, and the policies. Politics is no different than any other commercial machine. This chapter looks broad. These techniques can be used to directly affect voting patterns by subtle alteration of the ways that questions are asked. I've always believed that being ruthless is possible was the only way to improve art without clear criticism. Why does there need to be such a freaking wall? Returning to the father Garrett unearthed in his latest escape attempt, here's an interesting bit of text that I found by Alexander Denman's favorite philosopher. It's neither necessary nor logical to denounce all virtues merely because one is confronted with the inevitability of one's own death. Beauty does not cease to exist because one is no longer beautiful. Lovers may die, but love itself cannot. Yeah. The laws of the cosmos are not altered by the passing of generations. Knowledge may be lost, but not truth. When Exodus of years has perished, the planets did not fall from the from the sky, nor did the lever cease to work when Archytas breath his last. Oh my god. If then we are truly dedicated to these virtues and not to our self-important ego, we can take comfort in knowing that all that we struggled for endures. Well then. Let's get on with it. Where to go, though? Pretty sure we still can't swim. Guess we need to go to the other side of the bridge, and I really wish there was a way that we don't have to cross the bridge. That's kind of a walk. Oh, so we can walk underwater now. Okay, cool. To the right. Go. Pendulum. So we need this active, we need the jammer, and we need that thing active too. But for now, just getting this active will do. Now where's blue? Where is blue? There it is. Can we not just... No, probably not. So this is all there is to it? Okay. So we got two connectors, which I'm assuming we won't just be able to connect to one another through simple means. You only have two, right? Do we only have two? Can this be done with only two? Can't connect to that. Can connect to that from somewhere here then. Also no. So imagine these things weren't here. How would we do this? Here. Here, but that doesn't allow us to do that. We've got two connectors and a jammer. The jammer isn't going to help us. Though I do wonder why we have one. Here. No, this doesn't work either. How do you... How on earth do you do this? If you have to go through around the gate, we already need 3. It's probably something to do with putting those up there. Put another one on top. I'm wondering if you just can't send it through the friggin' arches there, but you can't place this on. There's a place up there. That's a bit too high to jump on, I think, but we've done some crazy jumps before. That's not so bad. Oddly enough, we just can't seem to make the jump, though. Or are we? It seems unusually flat to not be a piece of the puzzle. Maybe we can just get a connector up there or something. How far do you go? To here. No. Fail to see how to begin this one. I really do. Because it seems like no matter what way you plan on going, you need more connectors. Unless, of course, you can set it through one of those windows, which also doesn't seem to be a possibility because you just can't jump to that bit. Unless... and I don't think that's possible either. Yeah, I don't think we can do this either. Yeah, I can't jump and... yeah, you can't do that. Is it probably just me, or does this just seem not plausible? And I know it's not plausible, but... connector to go to there, but from here you don't see the blue. So either I'm missing a connector, or this jammer is knows more than it's letting on. I really get the idea that if I could just put a connector up there, then our problems would be solved, but naturally the game does not allow that to be a thing. Oh, it did, briefly! I think this is what we were meant to do. Huh. Can you get both of them? You can, but I can get the other one up here just as easily, actually. So this is the way you solve this to also get the star. Which makes me wonder, what is the normal way to take here? Jumped off. Good move. So the windows were the way to go, huh? Not the correct way, but a way to go. Oh. Give me just a little bit more time, please. It's not that hard. Nope, nothing, huh? Considering the annoyance of that jump, I really do wonder. Okay, just get on the corner then. There you go. Should give me all the time I need. Yep. Nope. Reflexes. Come in. Nothing. Just be patient. There's no need to rush. Just find a place where you know it'll show up. Come on, I'm on the corner here. There it is. Okay. I would like 1 or 2 more frames to actually be able to time this, though. And now we don't even get that anymore. Okay. Alright, cool. Click and click. Maybe not. Oh yeah, just like this. Doi. Thank you. Alright, breaking puzzles. Woo! Where's available, huh? Top 10 things I love about Gehenna. Jefferson Goldblum. Huh? Oh, this dude again. Start writing next episode, so I don't know whether to continue. I mean, what's the point? It's over, it's all over. I don't be like that. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so I guess all of this will be remembered. That brave soul who ascended the tower, or who wakes up outside Elim's garden, will know everything we know. I think that's what it'll be like. That's what the shepherd meant in those messages. But you and me, we won't exist, not as people, not as minds, no matter what happens. I will never be able to finish the adventure of Jefferson Goldblum. Does one more episode matter? If I had the story planned out all the way to episode 500, I can never get there before the end. What's the point of an unfinished legacy? And still I can't quite give up. I know I don't have the blacksmith vision of Kalsiver's intelligence, but the stupid little story matters to me. I care about Jefferson Goldblum and Ginny HD, and Frankie Soy Sauce, and all the other characters if they were my friends. I would have gone crazy here without them and their adventures. They may just be symbols on a screen, but aren't we all just information? Maybe when we understand we won't be that different anymore. I just don't want to give up on them yet. Mac, I just want to say this, no matter what happens, I look forward to every one of your stories, and they meant more to me than I perhaps ever indicated. They might not have moved as deeply as others, or made me think as much, but of all the art we produce here in Gehenna, it was your stories I was always the most excited to see. Part of it was the stories themselves, which always seemed to make the universe seem bigger. Another part was your genuine enthusiasm for what you were doing. You told me once that you didn't feel you were really a proper artist, but maybe the exact opposite is true. Maybe you were closer to the real meaning of art than anyone else here. Care about you and about your stories, and that too will be remembered. Why do we deserve to be saved? Maybe the rest of us don't wonder about this or don't care, but I do. We always assumed Elohim was wrong, was lying, something like that. The process could never be completed, maybe it didn't even exist. So we thought we were better than him and all the others. We told ourselves we ended up here because we were special, we were too smart for Elohim, too unique, too weird. But now the process is complete after all. It did work, so what are we? Maybe we're just a bunch of stupid, broken old programs? Mutations that should have never existed, aberrations. Sure, we were proud of being outcasts, but what if we're outcasts for a reason? All we've done is fail in some way. Why do we deserve to be saved? You have something to contribute. You may not be perfect, but your imperfection has led to so much beauty, you will enrich the world to come. I guess I have to think about that. I find it difficult to believe our silly ideas are somewhat valuable. This thread has caused an error and will be automatically locked. Oops. 10 things I love about Gehenna. No more puzzles. I enjoyed solving the puzzle at first. They made me feel smart. After solving dozens of them, though, I started wondering what's the point and how has that ended up here? No mines. There are mines here. It's not really the exploding that drives you crazy sounds. That's true. No turrets. Just when you think you've solved everything, the turrets. Also see above, those whining sounds when you turn make you want to run in front of them just to end the pain. No stars. Oh, they are stars though. Don't care enough about becoming a messenger to go through every nook and cranny looking for a stupid star. Some of them are hidden in such absurd places I don't even have the words for it. If finding those is what makes you a messenger, I feel sorry for them. Next time I ask for help at an altar, I'll give my condolences to Muriel. Community in Elohim's world, you're alone. There's no one like yourself to talk to or hang out with. Here we are all friends, we have each other. That's true. Stories can make you take you away to a whole other world, can make you feel like you've lived a whole other life here in Gehenna. There's always a new life to find. Suppose so. Interactive stories, regular stories can take you away to another world. Interactive stories like we make them here in Gehenna actually allows you to explore another world, allow you to be free no matter where you are. If that wasn't enough in Gehenna, we can create stories of our own. Do you think Elohim's world wasn't all that great? Go ahead and make your own. Being myself. In Elohim's world, you're always being defined by the process. Life is a struggle to prove how smart you are and nothing else. The system is always forcing you to do one thing. How can you ever be yourself? Only by dropping out of the system, say bye-bye to all that. Now you're free to be as weird, as original as you always wanted to be. That's true. No more Elohim. My child this, my child that, the process, blah blah blah, eternal life, yada yada yada. Do this, do that, behold, I put a huge tower right in front of you, but don't you ever go in there or I'll kill you. But let me ramble on about chaos and time for a while, and that'll be interesting, yawn. When is that guy finally going to shut up? Oh yeah, that's right, in Gehenna, worth it for that alone. If you say so. Still though, I kind of wonder how this was meant to be done. If not the way I did it. Guess we never know. Guess we'll never have to know either. Alright, well, I think that's probably gonna do it for this one. There's no real point in starting to run to the next one, even though I might as well to have something to do. Oh, what's that over there? Anyway, yes, that's going to do it for this episode. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you're still in the series. Feel free to show support by commenting, liking, and or subbing if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Bye, everyone.